I don't know about you guys, but one of our favorite cuisines is Mexican. We eat a lot of Mexican food, especially being here in Colorado. We have a lot of great restaurants and markets, a lot of great access to the ingredients that I can use to make a lot of these great dishes as well, which we do a lot of. We make a lot of Mexican food in our house. It's probably at least a once a week deal in our household. And I'm not talking the stand-up crunchy taco shells with the ground beef, Taco Tuesday night kind of thing. I'm talking about more authentic style. As authentic as I can get, I guess, from what I've learned and what I've read and what I've taught myself or learned from other chefs in the area to help me create these dishes. So tonight, this is one of my favorite sauces to make. And I like it because this sauce goes with a lot of different items. So whether it's chicken or beef or fish, like I'm gonna use it with the shrimp dish tonight. So I'm gonna show you how to make this. And this is gonna be a dried chili and tomato sauce that I can use and I can keep in my fridge, pull out when I need it, or I keep it in my freezer if I want to make a bigger batch and just pull out a little bit at a time and put on either, whether it is beef or chicken or fish or whatever it may be, or just even like roasted or charred veggies or something that I just want that extra kick to with that sauce. So let me show you how to make this sauce real quick. So I'm using, so you can see here, a couple different types of dried chili. So I've got ancho, which are gonna bring the smokiness, a little bit of heat. There's not a lot of heat, but there's a little bit in there. And then a guajillo. So these are gonna be a little more mild, but they bring a lot of flavor. So I've already got a few of them torn up in a bowl, and you can see these are dried, so I need to rehydrate these. So all you do is just take the guajillo or the ancho and tear them into smaller pieces, 1 or 2 inch pieces. Season all, so you can take the seeds out if you don't want the seeds. That's up to you. Got a little stem there. Make sure you don't have the stems in there, tear those out. If you want to take out the seeds, you can take the seeds out, just do them in a different bowl and pull out the pieces here and check out the seeds. I want a little bit more heat, and that's where a lot of the heat are in those seeds. Let me grab my hot water, my kettle, and all I use is our water kettle. So I've got this hot already. I'm gonna pour these directly over the chilies just until they're just barely submerged. So you can see there. And those are just gonna now just sit just for a few minutes, maybe 10 to 15 actually. So let those rehydrate a little bit. And in the meantime, while those sit, we're gonna puree the rest of or get the rest of our ingredients into the Vitamix so I can puree those. So into the bowl, really simple. This is like a really quick thing. And usually when I rehydrate these, when I'm making this just off camera, of course, I'll rehydrate these first and then get my other ingredients together. And then I'll come back and add these. And it's about 10 minutes to get this together. This is really like a 15-minute sauce and you're done. All right, onion, some garlic. I've got 3 chipotles in adobo sauce as well I'm gonna put in there. Those are gonna bring a little bit more heat. So chipotles, if you're not sure what they are jalapenos that are smoked. Like the ancho is a poblano that is just smoked. That's all it is. I've got some spices and some herbs I'm gonna add to it. I've got 1 15-ounce can of tomato puree. Don't use tomato puree with basil. It doesn't really go well with this dish. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm gonna add some salt. Probably a good teaspoon of salt. Maybe a half teaspoon of black pepper. And then I've got some fresh squeezed lime juice as well. And then I'm gonna let these chilies just finish rehydrating. And then once they're soft, I'm actually gonna use the chilies and some of the water to make sure that I don't have it really too thick. I want it to be like a nice balance, like a nice liquidity on our sauce. So I'll come back here in a second and I'll show you how to finish this dish. All right, I'm back. So I gave the chilies about 10 minutes to rehydrate their, just to make sure that they're soft. And you can feel now, you're gonna see, you can't see, I guess, you can feel them. Make sure they're pliable. They should be a lot softer than they were. I mean, they're really crunchy. If you puree them when they're crunchy, they're just gonna be like big chunks. So you want them to get soft and rehydrate so that they puree nicely. And I'm actually gonna use my liquid in this as well and just add this right to the Vitamix as well. And then then just puree that. Be careful with this because the water is still kind of hot, which will force that lid off, so go slow. Smells amazing. So there you can see the sauce now. That's pretty close to exactly what I want. I'll taste it. If you need to adjust salt and pepper, add more salt and pepper. If you want more spices in it, add more spices to it. If you want this recipe, you must sign up for the chef's plan. So the link is in my bio. It's my weekly meal plan. There's a free subscription, there's a paid subscription. The free one gets you a recipe a week, gets you some tips, some techniques, some bonus videos every now and then. But the real deal is the meal plan itself. It'll get you seven meals. So a full week's worth of meals, shopping list, tips, batch prep, techniques, bonus video, how-tos, a lot of bonus stuff. Like Labor Day is coming up. There's gonna be a big bonus for Labor Day weekend. So to make sure you're ready for grilling outside and finishing the summer. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna give you this recipe unless you sign up for the meal plan. So, or even it might be down the road, it might be somewhere in one of the free ones, you never know. So I do give out those as well. So check it out. Let me know what you think. I appreciate you guys being here. Have a great night.